Hello everybody, Sergeant Soldier here back with Brick and Rust, and today we are on the Intoxicated creative server, testing a few exploits out, and the one in particular is going to be soft side picking. Now, the last Brick and Rust video that featured soft side picking was the Bugs and Exploits After Devlog 92 video, where it just briefly mentioned it and said that it was still possible. A lot of you guys that are raiders, you know it's still possible. This was more for the defenders to know, hey, they're still doing this. Unfortunately, a lot of people had questions about soft side picking, and I didn't really address it very well in that video because I assumed you all already knew what it was, and how it was done, where it was done, and how to prevent it. So, apparently, not all that information has been out there, so it has been asked of me to do a comprehensive video that says everything you need to know about soft side picking. So, here that is. So starting off, we have a wood and a stone doorway over here. And you can see I've picked them down a little bit. They're a little damaged so that you could tell them apart from the two walls on the side here. So starting with the stone doorway. This is at 482. We're going to go to the outside. We're going to stand at the corner. And we're going to find that sweet spot, which is right there. And now we're doing 1 damage on the outside of the wall here. This is how you take down a doorway really, really fast. Now, if you've got multiple people, you can actually have one crouched down here and have one standing above, and you can actually get 2, sometimes even 3 people hitting this thing on this one corner alone. If it's a single 1x1, you can actually get both sides going with 6 people, and it goes down within a minute or 2. Super, super fast. Now, for the wood doorway, this one's at 206. Okay. Pretty much the same exact thing. Oh, I had it. There it is. Goes down 3 damage per swing. Goes down really, really fast with the hatchet. If you use a pick, well, yeah, it chunks pretty easily. Looks like it's about 4. But it's also going a lot slower. So whether or not that's going to be better, I don't think so. I think the hatchet, in terms of its speed, and only being 1 less, is better. But that's completely up to you guys. Now, moving inside, we have soft side picking for the walls. This is still possible. It still works. So, we're going to get this lined up. Now, what you need to do, this is just the way that I do it. I start from the center. I start from the center so that every single time I know exactly where to go, and I get it every single time. So from here, you just inch your way forward until you are the furthest possible away from the wall in order to hit it. Which is right there, and there it is. I found it first try. Now, from here, you can move left to right to continue hitting the wall, and it still works. Oh, I think I need to move back a little bit. There we go. Make sure you're moving left to right, but not forward and back. The reason you want to do this is so that multiple people can hit that sweet spot for the wall. You can get 3, sometimes even 4 people picking the soft side of a wall to tear it down much faster. Here's something that a lot of people didn't know. It also works for wood walls. Check it out. 2, 3. Took 3 hits to do that 1 damage to that wall. Now, if you do the soft side pick with a hatchet, you're looking at 4 damage, 3 damage, 3 or 4 damage. It's not doing that when you swung up here, right? Down here, crouching, just like the stone wall, does the same damage. Now, a lot of people think that you can soft side pick a regular wall through the corner, which I'm here to show you. That's not happening. Doesn't work. You have to be the furthest you can away from the wall in order for it to work. But from this angle, it's just not really cutting it. See? That's the furthest away I can get from the wall, and it's not doing the soft side exploit. Next, I'm going to show you how to take that same principle of soft side picking and apply it to floors. For example, above this 1x2. Now, we still have the half being wood and the other half being stone. So we're going to go first to the stone side and jump up. And basically, just like with soft side picking the doorway from the corner, we're able to take our pick. And if we can find it. Nope. 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 Where are you? There you are. we're able to soft side pick the door frame from the top. Now, if you've got a couple guys on each corner, you got a couple guys on top here, that doorway is not going to stand a chance. It's going to go down really, really fast. But it's not only just from the top going down towards the doorway. You can actually stand at about halfway up if you can get a stair or something else to stand on, maybe even your buddy's head. And if you look up at the floor, like this, you're actually able to soft side pick the floor because of how close you are to it. You're not too far away, so it negates the damage. It actually works pretty well. Next, we're going to move over to the wood side here, and we're going to try the same exact thing. For some reason, you just can't seem to be able to chop down at a doorway when it comes to the wood. I don't know why. It is doing hard side damage. No clue why. This should be going down really, really, really fast, and it's actually going down a lot slower than it should be. Just for some reason, they don't overlap the same way that they do with stone. However, you can actually come down here, similar with the stone with picking up towards the floor, and you can actually do a lot of damage to the floor very, very quickly. Okay, next up I want to show you guys a small circle tower. A lot of people are under the impression that doing it like this will actually prevent people from being able to soft side pick your doorways, because the way that the walls are angled, it's not a 90-degree angle, it's more like 120, and that's not true. So if you look here, our doorway is at 487, and I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to stand right about here, give or take. Let me try to find it. Give me a sec. Sometimes you got to move forward. Oop, oop. That's right there. It's right there. I just hit it and it damaged. People will do this, by the way. They will find that spot. There it is. I got it. Now I'm hitting it for 1 damage every swing. See that? People thought that this was the way to fix soft side picking, and unfortunately it's not. So, that being said, how do you fix soft side picking? Well, here I'm going to show you. We're going to set this up like that with our doorway. Upgrade it to stone. Now, what we're going to do is instead of putting walls to the sides, we're going to put a triangle out like this and like that on either side. Now, by doing it like this, this is a much wider angle, and hopefully they won't be able to access that same sweet spot. Let's give it a try. So 495. As you can see, we're at a much larger angle than we were before. Let's see if we can do it. Nope. 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 See, we're just not able to get close enough to the back side of that wall, because the more we back up, the easier it's going to be to swing and a miss. See, we're still hitting that front side. It's because we can't back up over here where that flower is. We can't get to that side. That's what's causing us to not be able to hit it. Miss. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. It's just not gonna happen. So if you're looking to prevent people from being able to soft side pick your doorways or whatnot, take a square, or I guess if it's a triangle, and make sure you throw up a good measure of defense against it. So square, triangles on both sides. If you have a triangle, let me set that up. Triangle, like so. Take squares, put on both sides. It's the same exact thing. It's the same angle as that one. It's just you now have squares on the other side. This will make it so that they cannot soft side pick it. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video for Brick and Rust. We're looking at soft side picking, how it's done, with what tools, where it's done, and also one way that'll actually allow you to prevent them from soft side picking. As far as I know, I haven't been able to find that sweet spot for the wall for either one of these, triangles or squares. And hopefully this helps explain a lot of things to you guys. It answers a lot of questions. I want to thank one person in particular for asking me to do this video. That person is Twitch user Lord Ruby. with 2 eyes, they'd asked me about soft side picking on triangles. And there it is right there. You guys saw it. You can soft side pick with triangles. But when you combine squares and triangles together, makes it so it can't happen. So, Sergeant Solj, Brick and Rust. And we'll see you in the next Brick and Rust video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching Breaking Rust, a series dedicated to exposing bugs, glitches, and exploits in the game of Rust. The idea is to get these videos into the hands of game developers as soon as possible, so please share this video to help achieve that. If you know of any bugs you'd like to have featured in an episode, please let me know in the comments below.